That's Jim doing a rhythmic beat on his belly. A beat on my belly.
We will,
B&B, beats on belly.
will rock you.
Oh, is that what that rhythm was? I would never have got it. Okay, if anybody can recognize that rhythm.
Well, you can't hear the clap
Queen.
probably. It's on the other side of the mic.
Okay. I don't even know how you took me right off topic. I was going to lead you into something. I'm
death,
going to use
all
the
that stuff.
Appointment with Destiny and as a title and saying, do we want to rush to an end or do we want to manage our endings? And is our ending just a turning of the page and really a beginning?
Well, I think you were insinuating when I was saying we got to watch certain statements. Someone may want us dead. And you said, well, you know where you're going, don't you? And I said, yes, but I don't want to go there right now.
And I said, why not if that's so good?
If that's so good. And I think that's where you wanted to take.
Yeah, I wanted to go into the notion of self-destruction as a lifestyle choice.
Well, you do see it. I mean, my heart goes out to the drug users. I'm talking the real, the ones that couldn't, a truth can come out of their mouth. They're just so done. And life is just so rotten.
And I think of shots of, I'm thinking of videos that I've seen of addicts, opioid addicts in Vancouver especially, but other major cities, anywhere, of the zombies through drug addiction. And it's awful.
It is awful.
The destruction of humanity.
Yeah, I was wondering the other day if there was anything I could do about that, but I don't know. I just don't know. But I saw a video that's the same idea. It was just, the person got in an accident or something, gave the cop 4 different names, and the cop's going, come on.
Are you addicted to the cop show still?
I am. I got to curve off it. But my heart went out to a couple of these drugs.
Yes.
I said nobody would want to be there. And they have just absolutely no exit. All they do is live to get oblivia, to get away from whatever they're getting away from. And it's really, really sad. And the tough love really is you got to send them packing. You cannot house them. You must send them packing because they're not going to get better. They'll use you, steal from you, rob from you because they've changed.
So what is the solution? You're talking about addictions leading to homelessness?
Yeah.
So how do you break that chain? Because you're saying the family cannot change this individual. They need to be rehabbed. And if they don't agree to that, then what do? You get them out of your house because they will take you and your household down.
Yeah.
So then you are saying, I value the numbers of my family, but this one I'm willing to give up and sacrifice. Is that what you're saying?
it's give up not because of your family.
No.
When people,
it is a numbers game.
When people
more suffer
when
or
people
less.
finally do that, I think it's a couple of things. I know someone that was drug addicted, and a couple of people, and they came back. They came back after causing havoc and hell on people, but they did come back. I know others who are still lying, drugs, thieving people, and I say that sounds really cruel, but that's what they are. I still care for them and wish them well. And I told you, it broke my heart, some of the things I've seen. And I don't think anybody would want to be there. How they got there, God only knows.
No, there's a good starting point for compassion, which is walk a mile in somebody else's shoe. We don't know the circumstances or dynamics that led the person to become that addict.
Yeah, and when people turn them away, it's tough love. That's what it is. They're not going to change unless you have them hit rock bottom, and yes, they could die. But you're not going to change them as long as you're allowing them to steal out of your purse, rob you, steal your car, do all that stuff, which actually happens all the time. You come to a point where, no, I'm locking the door. You're not coming in here ever again. Get lost. Now, if they come back 10 years later and they're fixed, you'd know it right away. You'd know they're fixed, and that's wonderful. But it's not necessarily protecting the family. Matter of fact, a lot of families sacrifice their whole family for the sake of the one trouble. And they are trouble. Unfortunately, they're trouble, but they're also a living soul. You know what I mean? So a lot of the turning away is because professionals are saying you got to let them go.
Okay, I don't know much about this, so I'm sort of looking for an ethical question, and I'm thinking maybe of the politically sponsored injection sites, for instance, for opioid addictions or other forms of drug addiction, and whether a government, whether it's provincial or state, wherever you are, is that a good or bad use of public resource to sponsor a safe injection site?
I think there's two sides to that story. I know someone had to work with them, not as a worker, but I had to clean up the mess, had to deal with them on the streets as close to being an officer as you could be, and it's pure hell. It's just pure hell. So I don't know if it's, and right around injection sites. So it kind of ruins the neighborhood as well and affects businesses and tourism and all kinds of stuff it'll affect because they don't care. They're just looking to get high. And again, my heart goes out to them because nobody would really want to have that. They just don't see the out. They can't find that door. And then some of these drugs, of course, pain is associated with that withdrawal. So they're trying to ease the pain. I don't know what the solution is, Terry.
With opioid addiction, it's pain that's causing the addiction because we know the stories of pharmacies that sponsored the drugs that were very addictive.
Yes.
And giving incentives to sales reps to spread drive the sales up.
Well, it adds fuel to those who think that pharma is just flat out evil.
Yep.
I heard one this morning that I don't believe, and I think it's a manipulation of the public. Did you know if you have mild hearing disability, it could knock 24% off your life? You need a hearing aid, Terry. That'll save you. That was
I think my wife might agree with you.
Bringing
Sanjay
that forward.
Gupta.
Yeah, that was Sanjay bringing that up, and I said, no, this is fuel for the fire. Just because of this, I am not getting a hearing aid.
But should
What?
you not
No.
get should you not get a test to know? Or are you saying that even the testing industry is now in
Well, who's
cahoots
doing
with
the
those who
testing?
supply?
Remember, coffee's good for you, coffee's bad for you, coffee's good for you, coffee's bad for you. You can have one drink. You can have 12 drinks a week. Oh, now you can't have one.
Red is good, white is bad.
Oh, jeepers. So it all depends on who's putting the survey together. But this one here, you're talking people being in fear, moderate hearing loss. Now spending the $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 getting hearing aids. No, I'll go friggin' deaf. I ain't going to fall for this one.
Beethoven seemed to do some of his best work while he was
Yeah,
dead.
but how young was he when he died?
I don't know.
12.
I don't know. I don't even know why you brought up that. Just to say industry sponsors the research.
You brought the pharmacy in that actually deliberately knew they were having people get addicted to opioids.
Opioids.
Thank you. Say it for me because my tongue won't work.
I should just lay off the stuff in the morning.
I think we began by saying appointment with destiny as
Oh, yeah,
a
we really
lifestyle choice, which means you might make decisions in your living that you base on beliefs.
Well, I guess.
For instance, if you're a jihadist terrorist and you're going to get 70 virgins and an eternity screwing around and getting your own way in some kind of paradise.
You do know that's 72 raisins, eh?
No, raisins, not virgins.
No.
Ah, okay.
They think that it's been mistranslated. But a good way to get a man to go and kill himself.
That's what I'm thinking. And men or women, is this a gender issue? And I'm going to raise this by saying the number of women I've seen since October 7th, every way we look, we'll come back to that. But taking down the posters of the hostages, why are you doing that? And who has the megaphone at the rallies? If you've noticed a lot of the videos, it's women. So,
And there has been women, and maybe you can answer this question, for a male terrorist bomber of the Islamic faith. I'm sure there's other terrorist bombers as well.
Yes.
they believe in they'll be greatly rewarded.
Yes, some kind of paradise.
The women,
What do they get?
what do they get?
They get the
Honor of saying they served their God.
Yeah, there's a very. This goes to all text-based faiths, I think, about gender. Is your God male? Why is your God male? A lot of the early
Oh no,
ones.
there's a lot of gods that are female in like Hinduism
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. Is there a gender bias in terrorism?
Well, I don't know
In
because
terrorism.
you know who was with God in the beginning as well as Jesus was wisdom, and she is referred to as a she.
Interesting. The name for wisdom in Greek, anyway, is Sophia.
There you go. So,
But
there-
that we've taken that to be a woman's name, but the word is Sophia. It's a word.
oh,
it's not a
word.
gender
Oh,
name.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, when the Bible talks about wisdom, it says embrace her like a bride, and she's
is that in the
lovely. And,
Song of Songs?
no, that's
Because that sounds
Just
a little erotic there.
two horny people,
Embrace wisdom.
who love each other. Yeah.
Become
anyways,
intertwined and mingled.
Yeah.
I have
so
no idea where we're going. The question was gender in radical faith. I guess.
thought you were getting in the beginning. You wanted to know why I wasn't in a hurry to get out of here.
Yeah, well, why aren't you? I'm looking. Oh, I'm going to switch this back. This is for your brother. I'm going to switch this back to say, Jim, you dare not go before you get at least another album out.
Yes, and I got to get back to that. I've been absolutely doing zip. I've been watching stupid police videos and movies on Prime, and I got to get back to it.
I was wondering, okay, that's why you're not going to exit at least before an album's released. Okay,
maybe
so
I'm prolonging the album so I won't die.
maybe it's an extra long playing album.
Well, one of the songs is
MELB.
10 minutes. So.
There you go. That's like an album all by itself. Okay, the second thought would be tying it back into your New Year's resolutions, things that you're doing to prolong your life.
Yeah, well, actually, more than prolong my life, it was more just feeling better.
So feeling better while you live as a result of positive lifestyle choices.
Well, I'm planning on not leaving. I'm not in the mood to die, Terry. I'm sorry. I'm just
I
not in the
love
mood.
that. Not in the mood to die. Is
Yeah.
that a James Bond film?
Yeah, so I want to get into some clothes I can't get into, and I want to feel. I don't want to have to suck my gut in to do up pants that are 2 sizes too big already.
I don't want to have to suck my gut in. Usually that's for a picture. We puff our.
Oh, that wouldn't work with me at all. No.
I got nowhere to put it.
I got a keg now. There's nowhere to put that. That's
I
right.
need what do they call those things? Spanx.
Don't know what a spank is, Terry.
We'll talk about it next episode. Bye.
Bye.